This is 923 Whiskey. Go ahead.
Come on, Broderick. This ain't no amusement, right?
Keep your pants on, Marv. I'm coming in. Well, the engine's a little rocky. Some slop in the aileron. 18th out.
25.
It's not like I'm buying it for myself. I gotta pedal the thing.
25,000. Take it or leave it.
18,000. Cash. You think it's easy selling a 60-year-old airplane? This is 546-2114 Los Angeles Registry. I'd like 555-2623.
Hello?
Mr. Bryan. Harry Broderick, Jettison Salvage. I've located that Newport you wanted for your restaurant.
How much?
Well, there's no engine, so it'll only cost you $20,000.
Is it a genuine World War I fighter?
Absolutely. Even got a bullet hole in the seat.
Has it got a propeller?
You bet.
Antique aircraft.
Hey, Jerry, guess what? I got your Newport engine.
Yeah, what kind of shape's it in?
Not bad, not bad. I test flew the plane it came from. Cylinders probably need a decarb, but she handled a hammerhead.
Okay, how about 10,000?
Not this time, Jer. I gotta get 12.
Ah, come on, Harry. I know there's inflation, but...
12,000, Jer. It's terrific merchandise.
What about the prop?
Termite holes.
All right, forget the prop. I'll send a truck for the engine.
Hey!
Welcome back, Harry.
Thanks.
Got your postcard.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Good. Here, make out some invoices, okay?
How'd you do in Saudi Arabia?
Oh, I bought some old derricks and sold them to Israel.
You sold Arab oil rigs to the Israelis?
Ah.
It's not easy, Harry.
Yeah. Be sure and make out those invoices.
Good grief. $14,000 profit between here and the airport. Harry, what's cooking?
What do you mean?
The last 3 months, you've been very compulsive. You've been traipsing around all over the world, making these outrageous salvage deals. Do you have any idea how much money you've accumulated in the bank?
Any messages?
Do you know some chickie boom named Gazelle Fellman? Called 5 times last week. Sounds all of 16. You going for that young stuff now, Harry?
The North American call?
Yep. Got some Aeginas for you.
Good.
You gonna sell rocket engines, Harry?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Are you going to make out those invoices?
The production of rocket fuel has been one of the largest sub-industries in the manned spaceflight program. The government has estimated that the cost of fuel alone has already exceeded $27 million. Certainly a major factor contributing to the waste in space.
Harry, right here, okay?
But by far the greatest expenditure has been for hardware. Over $10 billion has been spent for equipment to carry man to the planets. Some of the gear is now rusting in aerospace surplus yards all over the country. The bulk of the space equipment, however, has simply been abandoned, either in space or on the lunar surface.
Wait a minute.
At Serenity Base, in the Lunar Highlands, NASA estimates the value of the abandoned gear at from $10 to $14 million. The lunar rover alone is valued in excess of $1.2 million. The now dormant nuclear weather station is worth in excess of $800,000. Another $8 million in equipment still...
What do you think?
About what?
You guys spent over 10 years with the space program. You helped put that stuff up there. Ever think about bringing it back?
Oh, yeah, sure, Harry. With ingenuity and a little imagination, a man can do anything.
Especially a man with $5 billion in his pocket.
Or a used spaceship.
Jettison Salvage.
Harry,
Oh, hi, Gazelle. Listen, I can't talk to you right now.
I've been calling and calling and calling.
I'm sorry, Gazelle. My ex-wife won't let me see you anymore. Try to understand.
How you doing?
Pretty good, Lorene.
He's in early.
I don't think he went home last night.
Oh?
Nope.
You guys got any idea what's going on?
You know, I've got this strange feeling.
I think it's time for a summit meeting.
Right.
What is this, commando raid?
We want to know what's cooking, Harry.
You think I'm kidding?
Try me.
I want to build a spaceship, go to the moon, salvage all the junk that's up there, bring it back, sell it.
You're kidding.
See?
I don't think he's kidding.
All right, he's not kidding. He's crazy.
It's not like no one's been to the moon before.
Harry, that was the whole U.S. government.
So?
But you can't afford a moonshot.
Sure I can. There's tons of space surplus all over the country. I can buy it cheap. I could put together a spaceship for next to nothing. Tell me what that stuff's worth up there.
Well, I do know that the lunar rover's worth over $1 million.
That's just for openers.
And of course, you're going to fly the ship yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna fly. I won't fly by myself, but yeah, I'll fly.
Aren't you a little bit over the hill for this kind of nonsense?
Lorene, it's a salvage job. It's what I do.
I've got it. It's the big score, isn't it? The one that's going to set the whole industry on its ear, right? And you would risk your life for an ego trip.
Come on, Lorene.
Oh, hey, all right, I keep forgetting. I'm not your wife anymore. You are crazy. You always have been. You still are. You do whatever you want. And I hope you freeze your tail off up there.
You always know where you stand with that woman.
Harry, you really serious about this moon thing?
Yes. There's a lot of good stuff up there. If we don't get it, somebody else will. It's possible, and you both know it. Can I count on you?
Look, Harry, you know what happened when the space program folded. You know how guys like us, guys with advanced degrees, wound up pumping gas for peanuts just to keep their families alive. Now, Harry, I know this embarrasses you, but I want to say it. Me and Mac and the others, we got decent jobs for decent money.
You could have hired high school dropouts to do the work for half the pay.
Maybe I always had this idea in the back of my mind.
Well, it's about time you start collecting on your investment.
Right. Good.
The translinear vector principle by Addison Carmichael.
Skip Carmichael, the ex-astronaut. We know him at Houston. The guy's a genius, but a real daredevil type.
Yeah, well, this principle of his work?
In theory, yeah, but no one's ever tried it. Hey, the guy was always coming up with crazy stuff like that.
Sure like to get him in on this. You guys have your specialties. Maybe this scheme of his could pull the whole thing together.
Hey, I think he'd go for it.
Skip, sure, he'd go for it.
Yeah, he was an astronaut for 5 years, just warming the bench. Yeah, terrific flyer.
The best.
Yeah, but NASA never let him get off the ground. They thought he was brilliant, but too much of a maverick.
He's crazy.
He's just nuts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of guy. Where can I find him? Skip Carmichael?
Yeah, that's me.
Addison Carmichael.
Skip. We'll be fine.
Skip. Harry Broderick.
Hello, Harry. What can I show you?
I'm not looking for a car.
Well, what can I do for you?
You can help me get to the moon.
Sure. When do we leave?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, well, look, Harry, I'm a little short of investment funds, and I'd really prefer you didn't use my name on your letterhead. Okay?
Want to talk about the translinear vector principle?
Where'd you hear about that?
I read your book.
Okay, Harry. What's your game?
I'm in the scrap business, and I want to salvage the moon.
Just like that?
Just like that.
You know, you don't look like a nut.
Let's quit waltzing around. I'm offering you a job that pays double whatever you make here. I'm also offering you a chance you never got. A shot at the moon. Is that worth a little conversation?
You see, Harry, it wasn't that my idea was that radical. It's just that it didn't conform with NASA's safety policy. Hey, even our backup systems had to have backups. We couldn't budge an inch without at least 100% safety factor. Now, I ask you, what's wrong with 90 or even 85?
It's better odds than you get on the freeway.
Exactly. And then on top of that, NASA realized the dynamics of constant acceleration required only a single stage with no mid-flight orbiting, no re-entry friction, or... Am I losing you, Harry?
Well, see, I said I read your book. I didn't say I understood it.
Well, come on, I'll show you. First, I'll show you how NASA goes to the moon. Just pretend we're going straight up. Okay, now we're in space. Now, we just used up fuel to get away from the pull of the Earth. So we're gonna coast to the moon. Now we're slowing down to land on the moon, using up still more fuel. We just fired our retros. You know, those forward-pointing rockets that work like a set of brakes. Now we're heading home.
Yeah.
We're almost out of gas, so we coast.
Yeah.
Hang on!
What the hell was that?
That was us hitting the Earth's atmosphere. Look at the wheels. Re-entry friction can fry a man, Harry. It's always been one of NASA's biggest problems. You see, there's just not enough fuel left to use the retro rockets to slow us down. And that entire round trip took NASA over 6 days. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to go to the moon. No one's ever done it like this before. It's only going to take us 1/3 the time. Stand by for the translinear vector principle.
You're kidding. We'll never get anywhere at this pace.
Sure we will. Remember, we're under constant acceleration. It's slow, but it's constant.
We're only doing 5 miles an hour.
Right now we are. And it's going to take us another whole minute just to get up to 40. But at the end of 30 minutes, we're going to be going 900 miles an hour. And if we keep accelerating at the same pokey rate, in 12 hours, we'll be halfway to the moon. There's nothing magical about it, Harry. It's just one of your basic laws of physics. Now, at the midpoint, we'll start slowing down so we don't smack into the moon like some runaway missile. Now we're on the moon, stuffing our cargo hold with $1 billion worth of prime salvage. Okay, now we're heading home using the same technique. And by the time we hit the Earth's atmosphere, we'll be going a nice, slow rate of speed with no worry about re-entry heating.
I see.
And the entire trip took us only 2 days. That, sir, is the translinear vector principle.
Well, what is it about your principle that NASA found so dangerous?
The fuel.
Fuel.
See, NASA will only use the stuff that's 100% safe, but it has no real guts to it. So in order to use my technique, they'd have to have a fuel tank the size of the World Trade Center.
I see.
They'd never get off the ground.
Ah. But we'll be using a very powerful fuel, one that's a little bit dangerous, right?
You got it.
Where do we get this super fuel?
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist? Why you been horsing me around?
Now relax, Harry, relax. It doesn't exist yet. It will, after we get Mel Slozar.
What's the Mel Slozar?
Good, Mel. Next setup over here.
That's our fuel expert?
Trust me, Harry. Mel's the only one that can get this thing off the ground. I worked with her before.
Hi, you Mel?
Yeah.
I'm Biff Kelly. Hi.
Hi, Biff.
Hi.
I've got to get with your stunt double.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, I guess nobody told you. You see, I always do my own stunts. My audience demands it.
Okay. Let's talk about your action then.
I got me this penthouse down in the marina, and I got 4-channel stereo and some real fine wine.
Come on, Biff. I've only got a few minutes to gaff this stunt.
Nothing to it, sweet face. I know my action. I just come dashing down that path there, dodging machine gun fire all the while. Then I leap into here. Then I take a 3 count. Then you set off that charge of yours. Then I tumble out. Then I do a really neat tuck and roll. And then I just zigzag run on from there. Simple, nothing to it. Just try not to hurt me.
Okay.
Okay.
Your bullet hits are well marked, so you're safe within 3 inches of them. Then when you land in the foxhole, make sure that you're standing right on this box. There's a plunger underneath.
Yes, ma'am.
After the 3 count, then you're going to be catapulted about 4 feet at a 30-degree angle.
About 4 feet at a 30... 4 feet? How much powder are you using, Dup?
4 ounces.
Oh, no, I want this to be a big, spectacular explosion for this scene. My audience expects it. Double the charge.
No way. 8 ounces can break your ankles.
Not my ankles. I have very strong ankles. Just feel those ankles. Well, go on, touch them.
Look, I don't want you to get hurt.
I will take full responsibility, doll. Double the charge. See ya.
Over here on table leg. Camera number 3.
Hey, director, come on, let's go. I'm ready for a take.
Right, okay, Biff.
Okay, this will be picture.
Roll 'em!
Action!
One, 2, 3, blast!
Blast! Don't blow it, you dumb broad!
All extras report to phase 16.
That egotistical, self-centered jerk. They're probably going to have me blackballed just out of spite. And do you have any idea how difficult it is for a woman to get a decent job in this town?
I already told you you've got a job.
That's crazy.
You don't have to believe in the project, just make the fuel.
That is, of course, if you think you can.
Don't play games with me, Carmichael. You know I can do it.
Right. Tell Harry about monohydrazine.
What's that?
Why do I keep getting involved with guys that want to kill themselves?
She's in.
Welcome aboard, Mel. See you back at the junkyard.
I ought to have my head examined.
Your car or mine?
Mine. Okay, why'd you pick me for this?
You're the only one that can make the fuel.
Is that the only reason?
Well...
Look, I don't get involved with the guys that I work with anymore.
No, I know that, yeah.
Bet I know why you're doing this.
Same reason as you. A few bucks a week, cut of the salvage.
Oh, who do you think you're kidding? You finally found someone to listen to that off-the-wall scheme of yours, didn't you?
I never could fool you, could I?
Yeah. Well, then don't expect me to actually believe that you're going to the moon. Look, I'll do your fuel for you. You happen to catch me at the right time. Might even be fun.
You bet it'll be fun. It'll be terrific. You and me together again. Just like at NASA?
Not quite like at NASA. I mean, they take what they're doing seriously.
I know it's hard to take this seriously, but by using the principle of translinear acceleration, by the end of phase 2, we're going to be going at a velocity of about 86,000 miles an hour. Now, phase 3 occurs at the midpoint. We fire the retro rockets and begin to decelerate at the same rate. Then we do a 180 rotation and land face down on the moon.
Load up with salvage, repeat the process coming home.
It's clean, it's simple. No orbits, no escape velocity, no re-entry heating, and because we're traveling under a constant rate of acceleration, there's not even any weightlessness.
All right, what size ship are we talking about?
The size of the ship is pretty much determined by the amount of fuel it takes to get to the moon, bring back a decent-sized payload. According to Mel, we can do it in less than 1,000 gallons.
1,000 gallons? It took NASA over 100,000.
We won't be using standard fuel. Mel?
We're going to use monohydrazine.
Monohydrazine? That's not rocket fuel. That's high explosive.
Yes, I know, but I'm going to make it into rocket fuel. Oh, good Lord.
But monohydrazine? Man, you just breathe on that stuff and it blows up in your face. It's even unstable at room temperature.
Yes, I know the properties, but if we all just cooperate with the safety procedures, then there won't be any problems around here. I haven't figured out what's going to happen up there yet, but I will.
So to answer your question, the ship will only need to be about 30 feet high and about 10 feet in diameter.
Well, we're not leaving ourselves much room for the salvage.
There'll be plenty of room. We'll be using the fuel tank for cargo.
You see, as the fuel is consumed, this diaphragm right here moves up and creates a large cargo hold right in the tail of the ship.
By the time we get to the moon, we will have used up half our fuel. That should leave us about 1,000 cubic feet for storage.
Hey, I know where we can get surplus rockets and retros and most of the stuff we need. But, Harry, where are we going to get a flight capsule?
We've got one.
We do?
Right there.
A cement mixer? Far out, Harry. Far out, Harry.
So once we get this turkey together, where do we launch it?
Right here.
Harry, you going to launch a spaceship from the junkyard?
Lorene, Mel says this fuel has very little heat or flame. There's no need for an isolated launch site.
Well, it looks like the fuel is the key to the whole operation.
It is. That's what makes Mel the star of this show. So anything you fellas can do to help.
Harry, I hate to be a wet blanket, but going to the moon? I mean, is it legal?
I don't know. I'm not going to start asking questions. This whole thing has got to be top secret. If the authorities get wind of what we're doing, we've had it. Now, there's a chance we can all get busted. So if anybody is the least bit nervous, I guess you're all in. Lorraine.
You're crazy, Harry. And you're crazy, and you're crazy. You're all crazy. But since I just work here, I guess I'm in.
Stop that.
All right, starting right now, you've all got a 20% raise plus a share of the salary.
Hey!
There's one of our tickets to the moon.
Son of a gun. You're really gonna do it?
You bet we are.
I guess we are.
Take it easy, but bring it straight down. You're right over it. Come on. Take it easy now. Make it fit. Bring it down gently now. Gently. We've waited a long time. It'll fit right in. Just drop it in gentle now. Okay, that's beautiful.
Name's Melanie Slozar. How do you want to handle it?
I'll take care of it. Thank you.
How far? 4. I'll be up 5 by the end of the week.
5 miles?
Well, you want to fly, don't you?
5 miles.
Harry? How do you like it?
That's supposed to look like a vulture?
What else?
Snappy-looking vulture. Huh?
How'd you do it, Douglas?
We got the retro.
Hey, I got the retro!
Right now, I've got it stabilized to 112 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's good, huh?
Not really. We can expect outside temperatures of up to 300 degrees between here and the moon.
Yeah, but don't worry. Fred's doing a great job in that cooling system. That fuel tank's going to be one giant refrigerator.
You still think you can do it with only 1,000 gallons?
You'll only need 800.
800? You're kidding.
Harry, let me show you something. Now, would you take the base off that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's 10 pounds of dead weight. Would you hold that up, please? Skip, let's turn that so that I can get some play with the water. It's fine. Let's try to get the base back on there. Good. Now, excuse me. Over here. Now, that was just one drop of monohydrazine.
All right, you got it, you got it.
Not quite. Let me show you the flip side. Now, this engine block weighs over 500 pounds. I put the same amount of monohydrazine under the thing as we used in the model. Just one drop. Watch what happens when the stuff overheats.
Blew right up, didn't it?
That's known as temperature instability.
Another month and I'll have it stabilized to 150 degrees. That should give us enough of a safety factor.
Good.
But there is one more problem.
What?
At a few degrees below the exploding point, that fuel produces toxic fumes. Just one whiff, you could be dead.
So we hold our breath. Hey, kid. How's it going?
I've got to increase the vapor pressure of the coolant by at least 80 dynes.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were really getting into this off-the-wall project.
Skip, I always knew your idea would work. I just didn't think anyone was crazy enough to try it, that's all.
You always knew I was.
I knew a lot of things about you. I knew that you could have been one of the top men at NASA if you'd just been willing to bend a little bit.
Well, how about you?
How about me what?
Bending. Just a little bit.
Oh, now, Skip, cut that out.
Oh, cut what out, Skip?
Now, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, now,
You
Melvin.
wouldn't think of anything else. I hate that. You know it.
Belly,
Leave me alone.
Melanie Slozar?
Yes?
Jack Klinger, FBI, Miss Slozar. Is there someplace we could talk?
Harry, you better get in the office quick. Fast!
Mr. Carmichael, we're wasting time. I want to talk to Miss Slozar in private. It doesn't concern you at all.
Now, look.
What's going on?
Jack Klinger, FBI, sir.
Well, Harry Brock. These folks work for me, Jack. May I call you Jack?
Just want to talk to Miss Slozar in private, that's all.
Fire away.
Gentlemen, the only purpose of the privacy is to spare Miss Slozar there any embarrassment, huh? Now, come on, we don't want to make a federal case out of this, do we?
Well, federal case? That's funny, Jack.
Mr. Klinger, I have no objections to being questioned right here.
Oh, fine. Fine. Our records show, Miss Slozar, that you have recently purchased an unusually large assortment of high explosives. 12 cases of dynamite, 18 cases of TNT, 600 yards of primacord, and 400 pounds of black powder.
That was the plot to blow up Brooklyn.
Pardon?
It was a movie that I worked on a title called The Plot to Blow Up Brooklyn. It was a movie.
Yeah, it would call that.
Sorry. May I see your explosive license, please? Thank you.
Jack, I bet you thought she was some sort of anarchist.
Just routine, Mr. Broderick. We're investigating some recent terrorist bombings.
Oh, sure. She's just a kid. She scares easily.
Some sort of missile?
Where? Oh, that does look like a missile, doesn't it? Actually, that's a spaceship.
A spaceship?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we picked it up at auction. It's one of those NASA experimental models, never got off the ground. We bought it for scrap. There's a lot of good copper and aluminum in there.
Yeah.
Sure was nice to meet you, Jack.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Jack.
Bye.
Come back anytime.
Think he suspects anything?
Probably. If we really hump, how soon can we be ready to test?
3 weeks.
Mel?
Yes.
Well, Harry, now you know what they mean by the space race.
Cute.
One highly unorthodox businessman, one demolition specialist, and one down on his luck space expert. Now, what are the three of them doing in some remote junkyard with a 30-foot missile and 800 gallons of high explosive,
Well, you know what I was thinking, Jack?
I don't want to talk theory or supposition. Let's talk evidence. Let us put the place on daylight surveillance. Let's get photos of everyone in and out, plus deliveries. I want to know what's going in. I want to know what's coming out. Whatever they're up to, we're going to find out.
Skip, you're crazy. You just can't do it.
Sure I can. This stuff gives me the same information as a guidance computer.
For navigating, sure, once you're out in space, but what about liftoff? You just can't do it without a guidance computer.
I did it in training.
In what?
In a simulator.
Well, this ain't no simulator, hotshot. You try lifting off in that by the seat of your pants, and you're going to be a 10-ton fireball pinwheeling down Main
Mel,
Street.
will you stop worrying? I can do it.
Okay, why don't we just put it to a little test?
What'd you have in mind?
Now we have you wired into that harness so that you can't hurt yourself.
Ready.
Just try going straight up.
Ye of little faith!
6 feet, remember? That's what can happen on liftoff without a guidance computer.
I see.
Sure, I can build one, but it'll take at least 3 months.
Sorry. Can't we find a used one somewhere?
There's no such thing, Harry.
Why?
Well, they have to be specifically designed for the ship that they're guiding. Unless you get one of those huge general purpose computers and you program it with your guidance.
Let's do that.
You got a few $1 million?
We gotta steal one.
Steal? Steal like breaking and entering?
No, that's not how you steal a computer, Harry. You tap into one so nobody knows.
I can do it over the phone line.
Can you?
Sure.
Whose computer can we steal?
Fleming Aerospace down in San Diego has the most elaborate computer in this state.
Right.
Let's do it.
The phone plugs in here. And you plug this into a regular phone jack. Now, when you dial a number and the switch is off, the phone on the other end rings and you talk to people like normal. But when the switch is on, the phone on the other end doesn't ring. You only talk to a computer.
Beautiful.
How long to do the program?
Max effort?
Yeah.
4 days.
You got 3. We test on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, energize the fuel transfer mode. That's good. Fuel transfer mode checks. Activate the video cameras. Fuel temperature is 78 degrees and holding.
Roger. We are activating the power acceptance mode. Give me a hack.
We monitor you drawing 280 amps, no major voltage drop, no line losses, everything checks.
Stand by to check oxygen flow.
Okay, oxygen flow.
Check.
Auxiliary power? Check.
Auxiliary coolant.
Check.
Activate transfer mode.
Looking good.
Coolant transfer mode checks. Try the hydraulic actuators.
Looking very, very good.
All right, stand by to test rocket engines.
Ready for guidance.
stand by for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition!
We have ignition! Man, do we have ignition!
Okay. 5% power. Advance to full power.
%. 60%.
5 tons of thrust, 0 differential.
We have full power.
Eight tons of thrust, 0 differential.
Fantastic, guys. Really fantastic.
Auxiliary coolant. Shut down all engines. Don't breathe. Get out fast.
Move, Harry.
Get that ladder in there fast.
There, right there. Now that's where we started overheat. Now it must have been because we were held to the ground and confined to that tent. Won't be a problem on liftoff.
Wrong.
Why?
Fred's going to have to double the capacity of the cooling system. And I've got to increase the stable range of the fuel by another 30 degrees.
How long will that take?
Another week.
Another week?
Yeah, another week.
What about the fumes?
Mac's going to install a sniffer alarm in the flight station just in case. If it goes off, then you have about 10 seconds to get into your spacesuits.
10 seconds?
10 seconds.
I see.
If that isn't a missile, then I wouldn't...
Whatever it is, it's definitely hard evidence.
Yeah, hello.
Skip, is Harry there?
Sure, just a second. Harry, you got enough breath to talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Harry, I'm sorry to bother you, but Murray Friedman just called.
Who's Murray Friedman?
You know that guy I've been dating that works down at the Federal Court building?
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, he just called to tell you that the FBI's been granted a search warrant for the junkyard.
Hold it, Skip, hold it. Can he stall the paperwork?
Not more than 24 hours.
Tell him thanks. Let's go.
4 days. I need at least another 4 days to make that fuel safer.
We don't have 4 days.
In 12 hours, this place is going to be swarming with feds.
Either we go at dawn or we'll never go.
Well, if you guys lift off tomorrow, you're probably going to get blown to bits.
Then we don't go, is that it?
There is another possibility, Harry. It's radical, but I could almost guarantee you a 90% safety factor.
What is it?
If someone else flew co-pilot with Skip instead of you. Someone who knew how to handle that fuel.
No.
Why not?
Because it's too dangerous.
Dangerous? All of a sudden we're talking about dangerous?
You're not qualified.
Get off it, Harry. I'm just as qualified as you are. So you flew jets in Korea. Big deal. I flew a Piper Cub in Houston.
I know that ship just as well as you do, and I'm in better shape.
Boy, that's for sure.
You want to stay out of this?
All right, come on, Harry. She's right, and you know she is. If that stuff starts acting up, she's the only one that can handle it.
If we have to scrub this mission tomorrow, we're going to be throwing away a lot of hard work and money, not to mention an incredible opportunity. So we've got to go, and we've got to go tomorrow, and I've got to fly co-pilot. It's that simple.
Harry, being co-pilot is nothing. I'm going to be doing all the flying, you know that. But ground control, that's where it's at. You'd be beautiful. You could make it happen.
Talk to him.
I know you want to fly, Harry. This flight means a lot more to all of us than just the money. But it's your baby. So whatever you decide is right.
You've always had your doubts about this project. Right now you feel you should go. Do you really want to go?
Just as much as you.
Get some sleep. You have a long trip ahead of you.
This is the National Weather Service transmitting from Point Loma. The time is now 05:30. Sunrise this morning will be at 06:13.
This is Jettison Control. T-minus 6 minutes and counting. Fuel tanks are loaded.
Roger, Control. Fuel gauges read maximum. Temperatures will range from a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit to a high of 83. Barometric pressure, 30.04 inches of mercury, and good air quality expected in the South Coast Air Base.
Activate the fuel transfer mode.
National Weather Service.
We are activating the fuel transfer mode. T-minus 5 minutes. Alert the authorities.
15 knots. Getting marginal.
Federal Aviation Administration, Kramer.
Please listen carefully. This is not a hoax, and I won't repeat the message. At approximately 0600 this morning, from the Jettison Salvage Yard at 12th and Prairie, a spaceship will be launched with 2 occupants aboard. Destination, Moon. Please clear the airspace. Thank you.
Every time there's a full moon.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
Power acceptance mode activated. We're getting close.
Stand by for guidance.
Roger. Ready for guidance.
Guidance is go.
Remove the tent.
This is Fox 2. Patch me through to Klinger.
10 is clear.
T-minus 3 minutes. Stand by for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
We have ignition.
Klinger,
They've started the rocket engines.
get in there and stop them. I'm on my way.
T-minus 1 minute.
We are ready for liftoff.
Wind speed 17 knots. All systems go.
Drop the cables.
Cables dropped.
Stand by for liftoff.
T-minus 12 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7. You take it from here, Harry.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We've lost guidance.
I know. Stand by.
What city are you calling?
San Diego.
The lines are temporarily out of order.
This is an emergency.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Harry, I don't need a computer.
The hell you don't.
Try redialing, Harry.
Cars coming, moving fast. Red lights and sirens.
Wind speed 19 knots.
It's no use, guys.
Harry, I can go on manual.
No.
Skip!
I can do it, babe, but it's up to you.
That car's 1 block away.
Wind speed 20 knots. Abort.
Shut down the engines.
Go for it.
Harry, we're going on manual.
No. Abort. Skip, I said abort. All systems go. Hang in there, Skip. We're trying to reestablish guidance. Salvage 1. This is Jettison Control. Acknowledge guidance.
This is Salvage 1. Guidance is go.
Hey! Okay. Switch to automatic.
That's a Roger.
Okay, Harry, we're letting the feds in.
Right on course.
That was fantastic.
Just one more hurdle.
Attention world. This is Salvage 1 calling from the edge of space on the international distress frequency.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Yes, Sergeant.
Is there some kind of ground-to-air weapons test scheduled for this morning?
Not that I know of. What do you got?
Well, it looks like a very slow-moving missile. But its transponder says that it's one of ours. And...
Wait a second.
And return safely to America. We beg you to help us accomplish this. Attention world. This is Salvage 1 calling from the edge of space on the international distress frequency. We are a privately owned and launched spaceship on a purely commercial venture. There are 2 U.S. citizens aboard, and the ship is completely unarmed. We offer
What have
no
you done?
threat to any nation on Earth. Our
Just
mission
a harmless little business venture.
to salvage the moon and return safely to America. We beg you to help us accomplish this.
This is Klinger. Patch me through to Washington.
Attention world. This is
Jack,
Salvage 1.
do me a
calling from
favor,
the
will
edge
you?
of space on the
Ask them to call the Russians.
We are a privately
Just in
owned
case
and
they
launched
didn't get the word.
spaceship on a purely commercial venture. There are 2 U.S. citizens aboard, and the ship is completely unarmed.
Cue him.
At approximately 6 o'clock this morning, Pacific Standard Time, a spaceship was launched by American citizens from a junkyard. A spacecraft with 2 people aboard, a young man and a young woman. Their destination? The moon. A round trip, 500,000 miles.
Hey, come here and look at this.
I
was listening to it on the way in. Look at this.
Their mission?
Isn't that incredible?
Salvage
The way it looks.
to return to Earth the remnants of the Apollo space flights for sale to the highest bidder.
They're ready on one.
World reaction has been swift.
H1.
The president applauded the venture
As a magnificent tribute to the American free enterprise system. Saudi Arabia's foreign minister said he is preparing a cash offer for the entire cargo. And in Israel, the prime minister was quoted as saying, "What chutzpah,"
the entire world appears united
in its desire to see the incredible venture succeed. And the flight goes on.
Fantastic.
Just in case we have another problem with that guidance computer we absolutely needed.
Well, we're stuck together for 2 days, Addison. Don't get insufferable.
How's your fuel temperature?
Everything's fine.
Yeah, up here it is. I'll bet old Harry's up to his ears.
Just call it house arrest, huh?
On what charge?
Oh, disturbing the peace, piloting an unlicensed vehicle, trespassing in commercial airspace. Is that enough?
Don't forget leaving the country without a passport.
Oh, I got that on my list, too.
Pretty Mickey Mouse list. Think you can make it stick?
Not right now, that's for sure. But I'm going to tell you one thing, mister. When this is over, I'm going to nail you.
I always pay my dues, Jack.
I got one question for you.
What's that?
What the hell did you ever do with 4 tons of monohydrazine, huh?
Oh, that was an overseas salvage job. Yeah. Oh, it's nothing to do with this.
I sure hope so. It would upset me a great deal to think that that thing up there has got some kind of warhead.
Nothing to worry about.
What is our position, sir?
Officially, it's just what the president said. We go along with the venture.
And unofficially?
Oh, it's sticky. Justice says that spaceship would be stealing government property. But we'd have to try them in open court, which means that it would be like trying to bust Charles Lindbergh for flying on an expired license. I mean, they're world heroes. The media would crucify us.
I see what you mean by sticky.
Right now, there are a bunch of congressmen and generals down on their knees, secretly praying that junk wagon will get permanently lost somewhere. Listen, if any of that stuff ever gets sold to the Russians...
Why don't we buy the salvage?
Oh, wouldn't the taxpayers and columnists scream about that one?
Buying back what we already paid for.
It is our best course of action. But look, let's just play wait and see. Maybe Broderick will have to come to us, and then we'll be able to deal. You'll have the authority to negotiate.
Yes, sir.
Right on course.
Don't you trust the computer?
Just checking.
Nothing to do?
You kidding? With $1 billion computer running this thing? I'm just along for the ride.
Well, don't get too insecure. I'm sure you'll come up with something to keep you busy.
Well, I have an idea. Might keep us both busy.
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking? Skip, this isn't Saturday night at the drive-in.
No, but it is two people alone together.
Skip.
Yes, Melanie.
Don't spoil it.
Oh, Melanie. Look out there. Try to get a feel for the lush, velvety darkness of it all.
Oh, Skip.
Yes, Mel.
Just look up there. That's the moon that we're headed for.
Yeah, it is.
Forget that this is the first homemade spaceship.
Yeah.
Forget that I'm going to be the first woman to go to the moon.
Yeah.
And just try to remember that the whole world is watching.
Would it help if I pulled the blinds?
No, but you might switch off the radio.
It is now some 23 hours since the launch of Salvage 1. Observatory telescopes and military tracking radar confirm the primitive spaceship to be within 1/2 hour of Serenity Base, the landing site of the 5th Apollo moon flight. According to a spokesman for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the abandoned gear at Serenity Base is valued in excess of $12 million. This is not the original cost of the equipment, but represents...
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I would love to work with them.
We all will become one of the most lucrative salvage operations in history. We now have an update on the position of Salvage 1. The primitive spaceship has been observed cruising across the surface of the moon at a lunar altitude of less than 1 mile.
Can you believe this?
Tracking radar
Can you
spots
believe
the
this,
ship
guys?
within 15 minutes.
This is Salvage 1. We are now entering lunar trajectory.
Okay. Hang a left at the Sea of Dreams.
Where?
That big crater over there.
Gotcha.
We have visual contact on Serenity Base.
Reduce velocity to 180 knots.
Velocity stabilized at 180 knots.
They're at rotation point.
Assume touchdown attitude.
In position.
Reduce velocity to 0.
Zero velocity, we are hovering.
Switch to automatic.
Automatic system activated.
Altitude 1,800 meters. Speed 5 knots and holding.
Fuel temperature 98 degrees and holding.
Estimate 3 minutes to touchdown.
Altitude 1,700 meters. Velocity 5 knots and holding.
Okay to service number 4?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, hey! No, that can wait if you want to see this.
Altitude You seen one moonshot, you seen them all.
5 knots and holding.
Man, they gotta have some kind of guidance system. Come on, guys. You have to work on that drill.
Yes, go.
Yeah, right.
We've lost guidance.
Push the back. What the hell happened?
Number 2 Verdi, quick.
They've lost all guidance, and they're falling rapidly out of control.
Skip, what's your altitude? Skip!
Skip, try to hover.
I can't, to tumble!
Jettison Control, this is Salvage 1. The Vulture has landed.
They've done it. They're on the move.
All right, okay. Bring up the digger and the champagne.
It's no good, Mel. We'll never be able to straighten that Venturi. You were so right about that guidance computer. We really need it now. That's for sure.
I need the crescent wrench, Skip.
I'll tell you, we'd never get back without it. Hey, don't look so worried. Harry will get the computer for us. Piece of cake for him. One phone call, we're back in business, right? I mean, he got us to the moon, didn't he? Come on, we got work to do.
But if you'd only come to us beforehand, we'd have been glad to help. We'd have done it for free.
Yeah, okay, we goofed. How soon can you turn it back on?
Well, I'm afraid it won't do any good, Mr. Broderick. We already erased the memories. You know, if we had only known.
Can you reprogram it?
Well, we'd love to, but we'd work around the clock on it. It's going to take at least 3 days.
Mac, let me see what
Thanks
you
for
got.
offering.
I'm not sure about these 2 figures here.
What do you mean, am I sure?
No, look, they don't bear out with your figures over here.
Jettison Control to Salvage 1, over.
This is Salvage 1, go ahead.
Let's get on the scrambler, Skip.
Roger. Hey, come on, babe, cheer up. Everything's gonna be okay, really. I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Now, wait a minute. You're the one who kept saying you didn't need a guidance computer.
That was before the Venturi got bent, Harry. It's a whole new ballgame. If I tried lifting off without a computer now, she'd go over on her side. We'd be stranded here.
What about oxygen? How much do you have left?
About 3 hours up here and then enough to get home. Harry, NASA's got a computer in Houston. It's already programmed for guidance control. It's the only one in the country.
Okay, Skip. I'll get it. Now, don't worry about a thing.
I never do.
We've got 3 hours to get the NASA computer online.
Now, how on God's green earth are we going to do that? No way, Harry. It's impossible to steal.
And we can't just ask him for it. You know, the government isn't exactly on our side.
They could die up there. We need some leverage.
Here, catch. One genuine moon rock. You know how much people pay for one of these things? Now, we're going to have a whole load of them. Hey, we could probably build a house out of these things. Wouldn't that be something?
You wanted to see me, Broderick?
You authorized to buy some salvage?
Sure, if the price is right. This is kind of low. What's the catch?
I want to borrow a computer from NASA.
Forget it.
Do you mean to tell me the United States government is refusing to help one of its citizens?
I wouldn't call it a refusal, Harry. You'd just be getting the old bureaucratic stall for a few weeks, that's all.
Even if I don't have a few weeks?
Especially if you don't.
I get the picture. You know a Russian named Vasily Sokolov?
What are you up to?
The Russians have offered to buy the Salvage and loan us their computer in Leningrad. I told them I'd like to give my own country first refusal. Want to discuss it with Comrade Sokolov?
Hello? Oh, yes, Vasily. Fine. Yes. I know, but it always is political, isn't it? I see. Yes. Yes. Do svidaniya to you too, Vasily.
I didn't think anyone in America would want to take a back seat to the Russians.
No, we wouldn't. This is Klinger. Patch me through to Washington. I'd have thought you would have been a better businessman, Harry. We'd have paid you more than what you asked for the Salvage. Much more.
Jack, all I wanted was the guidance computer. You could have had the junk for nothing.
Come a little closer, Skip.
Salvage 1, this is Jettison Control. We got the NASA computer. Button her up and bring her back home.
All right, Harry! I told you he'd do it! I told you! Yes! Yes! Look out! Woo! Woo! Look at me, man!
Go get her, Skip!
We're going home! We're going home! We're going home! Get out of here!
Great to be working with you guys, Hank. You want to take command?
Wouldn't think of it, Broderick. You're doing too good a job. Now, just tell us what you need. You're the honcho.
Thanks for the good words, Hank. Okay, voice link is 382.6 megahertz. Guidance link is 400.3.
Got it. All right, folks. You know what to do. Let's bring them on home.
Yeah! Salvage 1, Houston. Final reminder. You're vectored straight to California.
But once the ship descends to an altitude of about 25 miles, curvature of the Earth will prevent our guidance signals from reaching it. We'll have to land on manual.
No sweat. I don't need a computer for touchdown.
Wait a minute, Skip. What about the bent rocket?
It's only a problem on liftoff, Harry. Touchdown's a breeze.
Skip!
Trust me, Harry. It's too complicated to explain. Now, come on, fellas. We're running out of oxygen up here. We only got enough to get us home. So let's put the pedal to the metal and boogie on back.
You're calling the shots, Broderick.
Stand by for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Jettison Control, this is Salvage 1. Advancing throttle. Goodbye, Moon!
Everything is beautiful. This is Jettison Control. All systems A-OK.
Velocity.
750 knots.
Houston puts you at 260 miles.
Check.
We compute 28 minutes to re-entry, 35 minutes to touchdown.
No, sir, it's not true. I had Broderick feed that story to the news media about the mid-ocean splashdown. If the people knew the ship was going to land back at the junkyard, there would be a mob scene here that could paralyze the entire city.
How's your reserve power?
Looking good.
Fuel temperature.
120 degrees, no coolant pressure. Skip, there's no auxiliary coolant pressure either.
No, that's impossible.
My God, the feed line must have ruptured. What are you doing?
I'm going out to fix it.
There's no oxygen in your spacesuit. By the time you... Cut the flow of oxygen to the cabin.
Why?
Just do it. Break the oxygen line downstream of the valve.
Mel, what are we doing?
We're going to use our liquid oxygen to lower the fuel temperature.
What are you, crazy? We need that oxygen for ourselves. We'll asphyxiate without it.
The explosion will kill us anyway, Skip. Try to relax and breathe as little as possible.
Harry, we got a problem. We've lost our fuel coolant. We've diverted our cabin oxygen to cool the monohydrazine, but I don't know how long we can stay conscious.
Okay, God, they're using that monohydrazine for rocket fuel.
Jack, if they lose control, they'll wipe out the whole city.
We can handle things from here. Whatever
The North American Air Defense Command. Priority Alpha.
Any oxygen left in your spacesuit?
All gone.
Don't make him talk, Harry. He's got to conserve all the air that's left in that cabin.
Hey, Skip, don't worry. We'll bring you guys home.
Yeah, make it happen.
You better believe it, kiddo.
Good Lord, General, do you think I like it? We have no options.
Roger. This is Air Defense Command. Stand by to scramble aircraft.
If we went faster.
Fuel temperature would increase.
We were so close.
Harry, you've got to figure some way to get air into that cabin to revive them.
We're working on it.
But wait till I tell you here.
They're still in a vacuum. Open that airlock now. Their bodies will explode.
I know.
I'll call you when they approach atmosphere. Good luck.
Right.
There's just no way to open that airlock by radio control.
Forget the airlock. Find a vent somewhere.
Salvage 1, this is Houston. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're about to lose guidance.
They've lost guidance. They're dropping like a rock.
There's got to be a way to get air into that cabin.
Junk wagon's been carrying explosives all along.
Get out of here.
I got a direct line to Defense Command, Harry. You got 3 minutes to revive your people.
What did you do?
I had no choice. I had to call an airstrike. Your ship is a falling bomb.
You called an
Enough
airstrike?
explosive to destroy this town.
There are 2 people in there.
Then you better control your ship, Harry. We're talking about saving a live city.
Harry, we can do it. The starboard fuel vent. If we can rig a connection from here to here, we can open the thing by radio and let outside air right into the cabin.
It also lets in the hydrazine fumes.
Harry, there's nothing else we can do.
Got 2 minutes.
Red Eye leader to base. We are at rendezvous point waiting contact. Jettison Control, this is Houston. Get on the line, Harry. Harry?
Go, Houston.
The ship is at 14 miles approaching atmosphere. Can you vent that cabin?
We're trying.
Stand by for countdown to atmosphere.
And counting.
You're gonna blow the vent.
10.
Try to get some air in there.
9.
Starting to count down now.
8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3.
2.
1.
Go!
Red Eye Leader to base. We have radar contact on the spaceship.
Skip! Melody! Skip!
They're alive. They're alive, and I know it.
Harry, I gotta hear
They're
them.
alive.
I tell you, I gotta hear them.
Skip! Skip, now! Say something! Say something! Say something! Why don't you say something?
Humes, close the vent.
Skip! Melody! Open the airlock! Open the airlock! Say something!
They're alive. They're trying to smash the port.
Damn it, Harry, I gotta hear voices.
Red Eye Leader to squadron. Arm all missiles.
Skip, Melanie! There's a fighter squadron out there. They're going to destroy the ship. Say something!
Red Eye Leader to base. Missiles are locked on target.
Base to Red Eye Leader. Countdown to fire. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't shoot! They're alive! Harry!
Break off! Break off! Return to base.
This is Salvage 1. We have control.
Come on home!
We're on our way!
Estimate 3 minutes to touchdown. How's your fuel temperature?
It's warm, Harry. It's about 5 degrees below red line.
What's your speed?
It's about 65 knots. We're practically floating.
NASA radar puts you at 9,200 feet.
Forget the altitude, Harry. I can see the city. Hey, where are you guys? Send up a flare or something.
I see them! Looks like they're off course!
Roderick, our radar has them vectored 1 mile east of you.
A mile east. That's Vigil Park.
Skip, can you see a park?
Yeah, we're headed right for it.
Can you settle down there?
Meet you at the sandbox.
They're coming down to Mitchell Park! Let's get that truck loaded! Come in! Get that part engine turned around! Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Take that engine around! Move it!
Rotation.
Noisy, rotten jet.
course, returned the salvage to the United States government. They, after all, are the rightful owners. It was an incredible adventure. We're glad we did it, but we feel that space travel should be left to the experts at NASA. They know how to do it. It's far too hazardous for the private citizen, but Skip, how about it?
Well, just on behalf of Miss Lozar and myself, I'd like to thank the people of America for all their support and enthusiasm for our adventure. It's been quite a time for the last 2 days. What do we do for an encore? Salvage Mars?
Can you believe we actually did it?
From now on, when junk men gather in the far-flung corners of the globe, they will be talking about the great moon salvage.
I guess we each got what we wanted, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we give it to him now?
I don't think we ought to.
No, I don't. Just like it is.
Okay.
Harry, what's this?
Well, open it.
Open it, huh? Hey, is this...
Sure is. One genuine moon rock.
Yeah, I wanted to have it chrome, but Mel thought that would be tacky.
You had to tell him.
Where's yours?
Oh, ours are in the hold of the ship.
Yeah, property of the U.S. government.
Oh, well, if you don't have one...
Oh, no, Harry, don't you see it? It's perfect like this.
Yeah, there should be only one. It's more valuable that way, and it should be yours.
You made it happen.
We were quite a team, weren't we?
Sure were. I wish there was some way that we could stay as a team.
That would be neat. But the salvage business is kind of dull. You both have things to do, maybe even important things.
Well, if anything should come up, something we can do.
The great moon salvage comes once in a lifetime.
Mr. Broderick?
Yeah, we're all a little bushed. We'll give out interviews in the morning.
I'm not from the media, Mr. Broderick. I'm a councilman from upstate. I'm sure you're aware of the severe drought we've experienced the last year. Well, sir, we have a plan to prevent its recurrence. The city would like to know if you and your associates would be interested in traveling to the North Pole and bringing us back an iceberg.
Mr. Councilman, on behalf of my associates and myself, you got a date.